On this weekend newscast, I talk about my drip garden updates and is the drip garden done? Let's get into it. Welcome to DeFi Crypto Talk, where we talk everything DeFi in the cryptocurrency space. So today we're going to be talking about some drip garden updates and is the project done? But before we begin, huge shout out to everybody watching the video. Please keep commenting, like, and subscribing. Greatly appreciated, and it helps this information get out to others. So let's dive into it. So currently on my garden, I have a little less than 115,000 plants now. As I said, previously yesterday, just compounding as much as I can. I actually just compounded this morning, doing my best I can to keep up with, just the garden itself. Contract balance, still sort of draining, but it looks like it's actually, I think it was 392 yesterday. So, we've seen it drop a lot further in a day, so a little less of a drop, which is good. So that's just a little bit of the drip garden update. Let me go ahead and go to my Overwatch here, my formulate here, and we can check out the overview. Now, $182 a day, about 3,800 plants. I did not take any profits yesterday, so I just kept recompounding, but might take some today, just depends. But overall, the meat and potatoes of the video. So is the drip garden dead? No. So I've gotten a couple, comments and, a couple messages, people just telling me, hey, I believe the drip garden's dead, don't invest in it. And I think that's far from the case. Now, it may seem dead to some because of the fact that, with the decay and overall just market sentiment and the value of the drip USD going down. Yes, that's something of concern, and I'll be the first one to admit it. Yeah, that does play a factor, because that plays a factor in our daily returns, as you can see here. So I had 182. If you go back like a couple other months, probably like 2 months ago ish, around there, I was making almost $1,000 a day off the drip garden. So it's come down significantly, absolutely, but it continues to keep paying. Now, to further sort of address some things, so if you scroll down, you can actually see how much is actually in the contract. So total value, we still have $4 million. So that is far from a dead project. Now, as far as taking profits wise, I've said in previous videos that, I was in it in early February, and I invested, I had about 4,000 plants, and it was like $5 or $6. So you could do the math, and you can see how much I put into it initially. Over time after that, I didn't really hardly add anything, and I just keep, my goal is just to keep compounding, and that's what I'm doing now. Just trying to maintain what I can. So, compounding is just a way to try to, beat and then at some point actually exceed the decay that's going on, that's built into the contract, and then just overall, just building up your daily return. So that's sort of the overview, and why I think that garden is actually not dead. And if you notice now, I keep putting out garden videos because I'm trying to do my part and spread the word for the garden and just the drip ecosystem, to include the animal farm, drip faucet, you name it. So and I will continue to do so. I am still bullish on the garden and always will be. Now, I will show you a dead project, and it was a miner. And it was actually completely opposite of what this was. So how the decay is built in here, I invested in one of these, and I will show you now. This was Token Miner Online. So I invested in this. It started, it launched on the 28th of January, and I invested, I think, on the 28th or 29th. And this all lasted all of like 3 months. And now you could see my BUSD value that I invested in it, and I also have a video on this one as well on my on one of my one of my pages. But long story short, I invested in it, thinking, hey, this is going to be long-term sustainable, and now it's it's pretty much dead. You can't even claim if you wanted to anymore. And the devs have taken most of the profits and just ran with it. So and as you see, nobody's selling because you can't sell. Available supply, I mean, it's just done. So this is what I would call a dead project. Did I get my profits out of this one? No. And this one didn't only lasted a couple months. This was like, I would say probably to March time frame, early April, and then it was over. Whereas the garden has been going and continues to go, grind on from here on out. Another thing I wanted to point out. So I believe the garden's going to be just like and shout out to Stunner Breezy, who had actually mentioned this, but BNB miner. I mean, check this out. 439 days it's been going, the longest running miner. 3%. I mean, this is absolutely insane. And I believe it started get an uptick in the contract balance. So it's still paying out, and it's still doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, 439 days. So imagine at that point, 439 days, where we're going to be at in the garden. On top of, remember, we still have the new Drip UI coming out. We have the Scratchy game. We have some partnerships coming out. So expecting the Drip price to, appreciate. We know the Drip Garden, will follow suit soon after. So imagine what will be there. So is the project dead? Absolutely not. I do not believe it's dead. And on the contrary, I think it's a great time still to get into the project and, not financial advice, do your own research on it. But I believe it's a great time still to get in. Like I said, I got in at $5 and now, per plant, and now it's 4 cents. So it's still a great time to get in, and I believe that once all these things come out, with the animal farm, the dogs comes back online, we get the animal farm going, then I think it's really going to start shooting off of there. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, I've already had a couple that I've been, a couple people sort of message me and just say, hey, it's dead, stop talking about it, which I will not. But I just want to hear what you guys what your thoughts on it are, and just let me know. So before I close out, just another good reference to look at if you are going to go to you want some information. So they have a Drip Garden Telegram group. Great group, and you can get a lot of answers, a lot of your questions answered there. So with that being said, that's the video for today. Please comment, like, subscribe at the very bottom. I appreciate your guys' time, and I will see you on the next one.